We have this work instruction that we're going to show you today. And this work instruction is going to show you some timers. It's going to show you some expected units and how VCAS can automatically advance your work instruction for you. It's also going to show you how VCAS can stop the job when you've reached an expected number of units. So we're going to show you that today with this work instruction. This is a very simple work instruction that I have, and we can just start this work instruction. And you have some options with VKS. One of your options being you can either start a timer to advance the steps when you very first start the job, or you can start the timer after you've completed the first unit. Now there's value to both, and this is an option for you as a customer on what you want to do. The way I have this set up right now, we're going to stop the timer. We're going to go through our first unit. And when we go through our first unit, I'm verifying, making sure everything is good, correct, building my first unit. After that, the timer will start, and I won't have to interact with the PC. I won't have to click any buttons, swipe any screens, anything like that. I won't have to do any of that. So we have our work instruction here. And we set this up on a timer, and we set this up with expected units as well. So you can hard code the units. Or you can ask for the units, or you can pull the information from an ERP. Any of those different types of options. What I did is I hard-coded the units. So we have 6 units expected. We have a timer running and a timer set. Now this is just production timer that's running right now. And you can see that I'm behind my productivity right now, and that's because I'm just talking to you. But as an operator, they would start advancing and performing the work right away, so you'd be able to track time and productivity as well. Different views in VKS. So I opened up this information panel here. You can always hide this information if you want to. You can always default to different type of views. The info panel, we get rid of that. And then this is what we like to call distraction-free mode. So this is your distraction-free work instruction right in front of you. And this works out very well. When you have a big screen, one main station, or you want a hands-free or hands-off type of situation. This works out very, very well. So what I can do is advance through my work instruction. I will go through it one time, flip through my different work instruction here, performing my tasks, going through my process. Once I get to the end of my process, my final step here, and I go to my next step, what we have is this set up to capture those units. So right now, as I go through each cycle or each set of steps, I'm saying that I've completed 1 unit, and you can program that in as well. You can set that up so that you want to complete 1, multiple, or all units every time you cycle through all the steps. You can set that up. So right now, what you're going to see is the timer is running. So you're going to see the timer running. I can start building parts. I can start doing my entire process. And this is reference type of information here that you're going to see where the steps are going to advance for me. I won't have to interact with them, completely hands-free. And then the steps are going to go through step by step, and I can reference them if I need to. Now, what else is happening here is you're going to notice on the right-hand side, my expected units or completed units over on the right-hand side here are increasing. So as I go through my process steps, my units are increasing, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to reach my expected units, and then VCAS is going to stop, and it's going to say, hey, we see that you've reached your completed amount of work that you're supposed to be doing. Are you done with everything? I say, yes, I'm done with everything. Now VCAS will stop the job, and then we can start our next job. Now you have a couple of different options here. We do have work order tracking. You can add any kind of confirmations, checks, measurements, checklists, quality checks, anything you want into the system as well. So what you can do, and I'm not showing it to you here, but what you can do is add any type of data inputs, user confirmations, any of that type of stuff in here as well. It could be something as simple as a final inspection at the very end. It could be something at the very beginning for capturing work order number or expected times. Completely up to you as a customer on how you want to set these up. We fast forward, we have our expected units here, and we should be reaching the end of our process. And what we're going to see here now is when the timer runs out, that we have completed all of our units, and VCAS is going to tell us we've detected you've reached the expected quantity. Are you finished? We can select yes. When we do that, this is going to close the job. Any kind of data inputs that we want at the very end of the job will display.